and welcome to Ask the Answers podcast with myself, Adele, and our guest is psychic astrologer who's on the phone lines, and also you'll be able to see on social media platforms like YouTube channels, and of course our QR code at the top there. You can download our app. But we have the lovely Kassandra joining us today. So hi, Kassandra.
Hi, hello, nice to meet you all, and thank you
Nice.
for inviting me as a guest.
Nice to see you. Yes, I've heard so much about you, but I'm dying to find out even more about the psychic you are and the ways that you work and all the stories that you have for us. But before we delve into all of that, tell us a little bit about where you are in the world, whereabouts in the country.
Well, I'm in the UK and I'm in the Midlands.
In the Midlands, lovely. Are you born and bred there? Is that where you've grown up?
No, I was born in the north, and I came to the Midlands to university
Yeah.
to do a degree in it's called arts therapies, and I majored in the dance pathway.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I've kind of just stayed in the Midlands. It's friendly, so I do like it here. And the weather's beautiful today as well. Really nice weather.
Yep, I think hopefully summer has arrived. We can enjoy the sunshine.
Yeah. So,
Amazing. So you started off doing dancing, did you say?
yeah, at university I did a dance degree,
Yeah.
dance movement therapy. So I did a lot of work with dance for healing and dance for developing your psychic abilities, and sort of as a therapy as well. So I sort of did shamanism and dance,
Oh,
and
wow.
so kind of from a creative angle with the spirituality. And
For those that don't know what shamanism is, tell us a little bit about what that entails.
shamanism is about kind of like healing. So it's healing and sort of it's believed that you in connecting with the spirit world and the ancestors to guide you to heal a client, or and then sort of sometimes it involves trance work, sometimes it involves working as a visual artist or drama or dance. So
Okay.
they're kind of about like medicine man or a medicine woman,
Yeah.
but that's different because
Perfect.
they all have a different expression, creative expression.
Yeah, lovely. So when did the psychic ability come into that? When did you start, doing readings, or where did you find that connect a specific point in your life, or did it just come with being creative that it naturally flow through?
Um, from a young age, I've always loved music. I've always liked rhythm,
Mhm.
I've always liked dancing, and there's a lot of dancing going on in the family. We had a lot of family parties, um, and I always felt when the music came on that I could very easily float off into another world.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's seen as like having a daydream, but I
Hmm.
felt like it was more like on another level, like going into a sort of a spiritual realm. Um, So it's imaginative, and it's like the imagination. And sometimes when you're a child, you think you're imagining things. Then I'm feeling perhaps that I wasn't. I was sort of
Yeah.
connected to spirit.
Yeah. Did you get that a lot as a child? Did people say, "Oh, she's got a great imagination, that one,"
Yeah,
or "She's away with fairies"? That's another one that people say.
away with the fairies. That was the one that said, "Yo, she's away with the fairies there, she's dancing with the fairies, dancing with the fairies and the elves and the pixies and."
And you actually were.
So yeah, I found that very sort of as an easy way to connect to spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for you, has it been an easy process? Has it been an easy journey, doing the psychic work, or has it come with practice? Has it come with challenges?
I feel it does come with challenges, and it does come with a kind of lot of practice as well.
Hmm.
Um, I did start. I think this was in the late teens, sort of early 20s. I did start with family and friends first, reading for those.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I built up my confidence with readings.
Hmm.
And then my mum was interested in the afterlife and spiritualism as well when I was growing up.
Mm.
So we'd have mediums come and visit our home and
Yeah.
do readings. And I used to have a reading of the medium and say, like, I'm interested in developing. And I've kind of got guided that way as well.
Did your mum get interest because she'd lost loved ones that she wanted to connect with? Was that where the interest came from initially, or was it just something that she found herself interested in?
A bit of both, I think, because, I
Mm.
feel we lost relatives close to us, but also there's been an interest in the afterlife as well.
Mm.
So there was kind of my gran on my mum's side that was gypsy Romanian, so it
Mm-hmm.
was sort of gypsy sort of inherited there on my mum's side. Um, and it's kind of like when the relatives passed away, we did get mediums into the home, and then we sort of did have experiences ourselves.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
how do you see the afterlife? Because people have many different forms and beliefs. So for you, when somebody passes over, what do you believe happens?
what do I believe happens when passes over? Um, But it's interesting because when I'm thinking about animals, because I was talking about shamanism, and a lot of it's to do with animal totems and power animals and
Mm.
animals. So straight away I'm thinking about what happens when an animal dies, and I kind of believe in the rainbow bridge, where all the
Yeah.
pets when they die. This rainbow bridge, and it's a kind of bit like it's like they see rainbow colours, and it's like the sky, and they kind of go. The spirit goes into that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but I also believe that they do stay around the owners as well,
Yeah.
and they do visit the owners.
Yeah, because
So I
that's very much what I believe as well. When people say, how sort of far do you believe in it and things like that, and I do believe there's, I believe that, as we've all said before on sort of in your everyday life, whether you're spiritual or not, there's always energies around. Everything is energy. So, we know when somebody's walked in a room, you can feel that energy. When somebody's had an argument, you feel that energy. I do
yeah,
believe that, if somebody dies, yes, we're not there in our body form, but your soul, your spirit, that still lives on. That energy is still very much around, which I believe that you can sometimes feel or pick up on. Some people can connect with. And I think that's quite nice that people do have that hope and that belief there is something there. And then when a psychic can also give them evidence or proof that they're there, it's again, it's hard for people that are very skeptical to believe that, but people that are quite spiritual, open-minded, it's a beautiful thing to be able to experience and to have that comfort.
yeah. I feel that the soul does travel and it's limitless
Mm-hmm.
when it's passed over. Yeah,
Yeah,
kind
and
of like
all
it.
that energy can go into. Do you believe
Yeah,
into
yeah,
a new life, whether it's a child, an animal, whatever that might be?
yeah, yeah, definitely. So I feel that it travels, it's limitless, and it also stays with the owner as well and the relatives around them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, it's,
Uh,
it's, it's so difficult. So I know that I said this to my husband the other day. I said, "Do you know when you're dead?" I know it's a funny topic to have, but because I was talking about that, I was having some premonitions in my dreams that came into fruition. My mum came into my dream the other day to give me a message, and I don't have vivid dreams. I'm normally so shattered at the end of the day. I go to sleep, I don't remember it. But ever so often, I'll get a powerful message that comes through, which is obviously trying to tell me something, which I've taken on board and I've had a reading on. But I also have that side of, like, when you've passed, when you have fainted or you passed out, or when you do go into a deep sleep and you wake up and you don't remember that, and then that also gives me that whole scared feeling of, oh, perhaps you don't know when you're dead. Is it literally just that's it? And that's what lots of maybe guys tend to think. It's black and white. No, that's it. You're gone. Nothing happens.
yeah, I feel that when they died, sometimes they don't realise they're dead, passed over for a while,
Mhm.
the deceased person, or even if it's an animal, and that they're still around you and they still think they're alive.
Oh,
If that makes
really?
sense. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
So, do
that
you
can.
actually know when you're dead, or in your question, like, are we all dead now? But we're just, living another life. I don't know.
Dream time, isn't it? Their
Yeah.
idea, their original dream time. It's like we're sort of in a dream now, aren't we? For all the
Yeah.
dreams. Yeah,
I mean, it can really confuse you and really baffle you if you think too much about it. But I mean, you've done this work for a long time. So, I mean, when you connect with people, how would you describe yourself as a reader? What sort of fortes, or what sort of way would you describe yourself?
When I connect with someone, I feel I work more on an intuitive level.
Yeah.
Um, I do work with cards as well, and I do work with pendulum, but I feel I'm more sensing and intuitive, and I do see as well. I do get hidden things, see things, see colours, and I do get smells come through.
Mm-hmm.
It's given to me as it comes through. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel they bring a lot of healing because I'm a healer as well. They bring a lot of healing through for people when I need it.
Yeah.
A lot of light through. So if someone's got a block they want to work through, or a challenge or an obstacle in their life, then the healing comes naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Through. But I'm also kind of like trained in Reiki healer, and I'm a Reiki teacher as well.
Mm.
Um,
So it sounds a lot of your work is that lot of healing, empowering, clearing people, guide them into overcoming blocks and obstacles. So really sort of an uplifting reading that I'm sure lots of people get with you.
yeah, so like for example, when I'm reading with someone, they want me to bring healing through. I bring it in form of colours. They show me colours, and these colours connect to the chakras as well, that run down the centre of the body, the spine.
Mm.
Um, so we can work with the chakra energy and kind of look at the mental, emotional, and the spiritual and the physical side of the person, and you can do that with cards as well. So say I'm feeling a block around this can't put down the throat chakra area and this area. I think once someone had a sore throat,
Yeah.
so I picked up a block. Actually picking up a block around here. It's blue, the colour blue energy coming out, and so basically I had a sore throat at the time.
Yeah.
That sort of
Interesting.
thing. Yeah.
You know, sometimes you've put on an outfit or colour, like the power of colours. Even when you put on a top one day, you think, "Oh, yeah, it doesn't feel right. I don't fancy wearing that." But the other week, it felt great when you wore it, and then you decide that you want to wear a different colour, and they go, "Oh, that feels good. That colour today, that top." Do you think that we sometimes intuitively even choose colours that we wear that we need at that time to lift our mood, our energy?
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I definitely feel that working with colour therapy and colour energy. Um, example, it's someone what was attracted to yellow, and they never wore yellow before, and they thought, oh, I need yellow, I need this colour yellow, and yellow is a solar plexus, and it's like the emotional self as well. They were going through a lot of emotional self trauma, and there's a deepest yellow. So they were actually buying something, material with yellow on, so they could just sit and just have the yellow, and then you could take it into crystals,
Mm-hmm.
a sort of yellow coloured crystal like topaz. I needed topaz stone, and yellow sunshine as well. So
Yeah.
it's like it gives you that happy glow. So they needed sort of a happy glow in their aura, and in aura, and they needed to be kind of like the yellow in
Yeah.
colour.
Nice. Tying in nice with all the healing words, that when you're actually having a reading with someone's having a reading with you, that you can give them these tips and things that they can actually go away and do. So it's not just giving them a reading and say, "Oh, you go, wait for it to all unfold." These are things that you could be doing in the meantime. These are things that you could be implementing, whether it's things that you wear, crystals that you get, whether it's changing things within your home. There's all different things that people can actually practice and put into practice straight after the reading, to feel that they're doing something, that they're changing the energies before waiting for those predictions to unfold or whatever it is that they're waiting for, maybe.
Yeah, even if they're having a glass of lemon water, so that's like cleansing. So even looking at the diet, their food, so lemon water for cleansing, or even looking at herbs or even spices,
Yeah,
um,
nice.
that aspect as well.
And do
So,
you practice what you preach? Are you quite good at that? Are you quite good looking after yourself and,
yeah,
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 and doing?
I like to drink a lot of water, lemon water. I do a lot of the spices, turmeric. Don't you feel that turmeric spice, the golden milk. Um, you can drink before bedtime, like the turmeric, the black pepper, and the golden milk. That's very good for you.
Yeah, brilliant.
So I'm very into that side of things as well.
Do you do Feng Shui? Is it Feng Shui? Is that how you say it?
Feng Shui,
What is it called? Feng Shui? Shui?
Shui, yeah. Feng Shui.
So that's changing things with your home environment.
Yes. So I'm into that. So I'm into sort of decluttering and creating that space.
Yeah.
Well, around me, yeah. So the energy is flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how just changing simple things within your lifestyle that can make such an impact. And again, because of energy.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like you said, it's like changing the energy, isn't it? Changing the block, changing the obstacle, changing the challenge. It's like making it your friend instead of your enemy. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. What sort of challenges have you faced over the years, or what obstacles, or any sort of stories that you can tell us over the years of being a psychic that you've had to face?
I was just about to say it's called mirror work. I call it mirror work, and it's like a mirror.
Yeah.
You imagine this mirror, you're looking in the mirror, and you're kind of looking at your mirror image, and then you're turning the mirror outward as a kind of protective shield, that kind of thing. So obstacles and challenges that I faced.
Yeah.
I quickly have to think.
Do you find that
I'm having
phone line you've gone through similar things to them?
Yeah, if they're phoning through, and definitely they're talking about well, a lot of relationships that are happening, with relationship blocks, or blocks in career as well, or work that they need to work through, like they're staying in a place too long where they no longer need to stay there because it's not productive to them, or they're not growing. I find that I've had challenges like that.
Yeah.
And you're trying to look around for the signs, being led the right way. I've recently had a challenge that I feel is like a spiritual awakening for me. It's actually to do with balance.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the reason why I've gone more into my herbs and my spices and energy work. I've been challenged with balance, and it's like the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
So I feel I can help others with that now.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think that's been something that even when I've spoken to some of the astrologers recently, that a lot of people have been, we're in that year 9 cycle where people are looking at endings and letting go of things that aren't working for them or serve them any purpose. There have been lots of people that are trying to get that balance in their lives with their family, with their work, whatever that might look at. And if they haven't, addressed it or faced it, they're having the rug sort of almost pulled from beneath them, where they're having to deal with it when it's now feeling a little bit uncomfortable. But from dealing with it and facing it will come a new door opening or a new direction for them. So sometimes if we get stuck in our comfort zone, the universe will maybe shift something for us or nudge us to make us on the right path.
Definitely, if you get stuck in your comfort zone, then something does come along and gives you that nudge, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you always trusted your ability, or have there been times when you have questioned it or think, is this in my imagination? Am I right details? I mean, how do you have that confidence?
I still do question now. And I kind of still get a bit nervous as well when I'm doing my readings. Before I do my readings, I still get that little bit of nerves still. But yeah, I do still think, oh, have I imagined that, or is it spiritual side?
Yeah.
I am really imaginative. Anyway, and when I do my artwork as well, I'm doing my paintings. That starts flowing. There's a lot of movement in the paintings. I do a lot of fairy paintings as well. So it's like I feel like I'm connecting to the other world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen fairies?
Pardon?
Have you seen fairies?
Have I seen it? And my gran has seen a real fairy. My gran has. On my dad's side of the family. And it was very early in the morning. She said it had long black hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's down the bottom of the garden. She was up very, very early. So she's seen a real one.
Wow.
I'd love to see it. I've not seen a real one, but I'd love to see a real one from my grandma. That's one of my grandmas.
Wow. And people that are creative as well, who, I don't know, maybe sometimes even suppress what they get, if they are maybe having experiences, whether it's angelically or with fairies or with goddesses, whatever it might look at. People can't be minded and accepting. Maybe it can be quite hard for people that want to express that or talk about it. And when they have a phone lines or a show like this where they can speak to other people that have gone through similar things or experiencing those, that must be a breath of fresh air for so many people.
Yeah, I feel it's a relief for them sometimes, when they're having these experiences and they think they might be going crazy or they
Yeah.
might be imagining it, and then they're finding someone that's very much like them, like-minded, and they've had a similar experience, and they're thinking, oh, great, so they can feel that connection. You can feel that connection with a person and as a reader as well.
Mm.
It's like your kindred spirits, like the same sort of soul level. And do you like their guiding light then, like a light at the end of the tunnel,
Yeah.
guiding them through? And that's a bit like the spiritual coaching side of things.
Yeah. And what's that entail? What's that like?
So spiritual coaching, I've done psychic development group spiritual coaching. I do a lot of relaxation and meditation on spiritual coaching.
Mm-hmm.
It's like guiding others through an active meditation, where one's about the spirit guide, meeting your first spirit guide, and it's a meditation that I've been given by my guides. And part of it, I kind of going to say, and when you open this door, you will see your first guide, your spirit guide, and they will be giving you a gift that you could use in the physical realm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's kind of
And
like,
And I like that because we can't always do it ourselves, or we haven't trained ourselves, or we don't switch off enough. It's nice when you can see somebody that can talk you through that for you to be able to connect in that way. Because not everyone can do it unless they have maybe practiced it or done it for a while, or maybe don't have so many distractions. Maybe they can find that sort of meditations and visualizations a lot easier to do. But for some people, it's quite difficult and challenging.
yeah, because sometimes it's the focus. The focus is staying in relaxation or meditation. They kind of find that challenging. So to build up, it's sometimes nice to listen to a piece of relaxing music that
Mm.
they like, just to help them feel relaxed first,
Mm.
and that way the mind can drift off very easily to the music.
Yeah, definitely. This is nice talking to you because there's so many different ways that we can find that connection from our senses, as we've talked about already. The healing, the color aspect, the crystals, the herbs, then meditation, music. There's so much that can draw people in for that connection to their whatever it might be that they're looking for.
Yeah, because I feel that music's very spiritual, spiritual anyway, and all
Mm.
the art that I find is spiritual. Yeah, and I especially think, well, our ancestors and in history and culture, there's a lot of dance, isn't there, and
Yeah,
drama and art and healing, and it all seems to interconnect.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. And you mentioned there about you do art, and how many people as well express themselves through art or poetry or through singing and writing. And, sometimes it might not be about connecting it in one way, but connecting in something that connects with that person. Tell us a little bit about some of the artwork. Is that something that you just hobby, or is it something with spirit that comes?
The art, I've always done visual arts as well as dance, and I do feel that when I'm doing the artwork, I'm channeling, and getting ideas from spirit,
Yeah.
about projects and how I can develop the artwork or the dance. Like I said, I've run groups before. I used to teach dance, so I taught dance for about 17 years.
Hmm.
Um, and it was very female orientated. It was actually Eastern dance I used to teach, Middle Eastern dancing, belly dancing. I used to have a lot of groups of ladies, and from that, some of them used to do spiritual development, and it was a very healing art form. A lot of the ladies used to say that, yeah, when they took up the dance art form, they felt more confident, more empowered. Yeah, and it helped them develop a new sense of direction in their life.
Yeah, nice. And have you done sort of these development courses? Is it a yearly thing? Is it something you just do as and when the calling comes? Is it a big, is there a big sort of following for that sort of thing?
Well, at present, I do it as and when the people need it.
Hmm.
I did used to have regular courses and do workshops and classes, and I am hoping to perhaps go back into that again now.
Yeah.
Since I've been working through my own transition and working with my guides, thinking, what do I need to do now? And I'm feeling that I need to do more like classes or courses or more guidance in that way. But it's not just to do it when the people need it. Spontaneous. I do like that spontaneity to it, you know.
Yeah. So even
Not,
as a psychic, you're evolving, you're learning, you go in different directions as well. As you mentioned, go through a bit of a transition period yourself.
yeah, definitely. That's what I kind of like about this work. It's varied.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting and varied. You meet a lot of different people. You're helping people all the time. You're growing as a person. You're helping people to grow. So, yeah.
And is this your main job? Is this your main focus, or do you do other work and other hobbies?
My main job was dance tutor and keep fit. And I've worked from tots to older people.
Yeah.
I've also worked as, this is interesting title, Magic Moments Coordinator.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Creating magic moments in care homes.
Oh, lovely.
And that's special as well because you're
It is.
connecting with the older, the elderly, and it's like
Oh,
their transition as well. They're having a transition as well at that
yeah.
time.
I've got a little miniature Shetlands I take to care homes. So I love doing all of that and just, doing something different for them, and they bring in entertainment and, as you mentioned, like magic moments for people, things that they've always wanted. So yeah, it's lovely when you can do that.
Yeah, so that was it. That's a really nice sort of role job.
Yeah.
So a lot of my work's always been with people.
Yeah, caring, giving, healing.
All ages. I've taught in schools to the elderly in care homes, whether it's teaching, instructing, being a healer, even assisting. Assisting support as well.
What star sign are you?
Gemini.
Gemini. I thought you were going to say Cancerian then for a minute.
You know what? You know why I'm saying Cancerian? It's because I'm that near the end. I'm nearly going into Cancer. I'm near the end, the course.
Yeah. Just that caring profession, most like nurses, caring, and normally a Cancerian, energy.
I have got a lot of I've got 2 planets in Cancerian in water. In the chart. So I feel that's I'm more of a caring Gemini.
Yeah.
More sensitive Gemini.
Yeah, lovely. So obviously you go through your transition period. What sort of things can we expect moving forward with yourself? Are you going to do other sort of styles of readings, or is it just your connection with the spirit world that's going to be shifting a little bit?
I'm feeling it's definitely going more into healing. And that side of things. I'm more into creative expression. I'm more into being a spirit coach. That kind of things. And like I said, I do feel that I've been more kind of involved in the community, and I'm possibly doing a small group of people, spirit coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I imagine the healing aspect that you're passionate about, people that I don't know, maybe on the phone lines, or people that are listening right now that may be lacking in confidence or finding it hard to be themselves, or they're going through some sort of trauma, or whether a breakup or a loss, all these things that people go through in life. This can come through and have a reading with you and get that healing and that comfort in some way, I guess, as well as looking at what's to come in the future. That will happen with the reading with yourself.
Yeah, so in the focus of the readings, when they're wanting direction on career, work, relationships, even purpose in their life, sometimes they get calls about what's the life purpose? And about why I'm here. What path should I be taking? That kind of sort of questions as well.
Do you believe that everyone needs a purpose in life?
You know what I do? I do believe that everyone's got a kind of like purpose and a role in life and why they're here, and yeah, I do believe that. Or why they've actually been born into this sort of world, Um,
And of
and I
course, our
do,
can change over the years, can't they? Because you can be busy being a parent, or you can be busy, being a boss. But sometimes when that changes, and people think, "Oh, I don't know what my purpose is anymore," they can find themselves feeling a little bit lost, or sometimes changing their character in a way because they're so used to having one purpose and they don't know what to do next.
yeah, like your purpose can change, it can evolve, in whatever area of life you're in, young or old. It's like your transitions, isn't it? Your cycles in your life. I also believe you're here for one main purpose as well, if that makes sense. And I feel once you've achieved that, I feel kind of that's when you're kind of getting towards the sort of end of your life.
Mm-hmm. Towards the end of your life,
Yeah,
your purpose is done.
yeah. Like
Ooh.
I've come here to do, like, say X, Y, Z, and now I've achieved that. Now I'm going to go on to the afterlife,
Yeah.
and then I feel like you have a kind of playback of your life and what you've done and everything and the people you've met, and I feel it's like a review after
Wow. That's
after
so
life review.
That's so interesting that you said that, because we had a podcast. I've done a few of them today that will come out, one at a time. But one of the podcasts I did earlier on, a lady was saying that she was actually saying that when her son passed away, she was saying that he came to her and showed her what death was like, and he said that there were iron gates and there was like a TV screen, and it was giving a flashback of all his life to where he is now. And it's interesting you just mentioned that about the flashback of the life is then, something that is shown before you pass over.
Oh yeah, because I do believe you get a review, a life review after you
Yeah,
die.
that's what you said.
Yeah,
You also mentioned about contracts, that people have contracts in this life, which is something that I was trying to get my head around a little bit, because, I was saying, why would somebody choose to suffer? Why would somebody choose to be a murderer or a thing like that? And, she's saying, well, obviously things like that in the universe, in the spiritual realm, that people have these experiences that they want to experience for whatever reason it might be. And, sometimes that is their choice, and there's something that comes from that, whatever that might be. And it's hard for people that maybe aren't spiritual to think, why would anyone want to choose to suffer?
yeah, yeah. And I also thought about animals. If you come back as an animal, what's the kind of like lesson in it?
Yeah.
Like as a cat, I thought. Because I always thought when I die and I've got a choice to come back again, I thought I'd come back as a cat.
And why would you come back as a cat, out of interest?
A cat that's well looked after with a
Yeah.
lovely home. I thought I'd come back as a cat because I love felines and I feel connected to the feline energy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That yeah, I come back as a cat. I'm a well looked after one though. Really,
Yeah. Not a stray one. And
yeah, like you're saying, why would you want to choose to come back as someone, someone horrible,
yeah.
like a murderer or something? But yeah, I've kind of pondered on that, and I haven't really gone down the darker aspects, isn't it? It's like the
Oh,
dark side of it, isn't it?
just
Murder.
keeping the light, keeping the light energy.
I'm definitely a light worker, so I hear
Yeah.
that. But,
Nice.
but yeah, like you're saying, if you're choosing now, you come back, and who you'd be, if you do believe in that, why would you choose to come back and be
Have you,
born into,
and have
you
you
know,
ever got that aspect of past lives and things like that, what you were in past lives and how it's impacted you in this life? Do you ever go down that sort of route? Have you had readings on that, or do you do it yourself?
yeah, I've done the route of past lives. I did quite a lot of work on past lives when I was first starting to develop. So that would have been in my late teens, possibly early 20s. I did a lot of work on past lives, and I did go in the papers with one of the clients about past lives, and
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Tell us
So
more.
yeah, I did a little article.
Here, you one you prepared earlier.
So I've dug out some old articles of past lives and sort of this. I don't know if you
Oh,
can see
brilliant.
that. So that's a
So
little
what was
lady.
this story about? This was you doing a past life for someone?
Yeah, and a reporter was coming to find out more, and so yeah.
What was their past life?
Um, she discovered she was a nurse in the French Revolution, And the lady, she did describe uniform, describe the uniform, and when I was doing a past life regression on her, what was happening to her, and then she went and did some research on it afterwards, and she found out, it was in the French Revolution. That past life was a nurse.
Oh.
It looks actually interesting, yeah.
Yeah, wow. And what have you done any other sort of media work or newspapers or radio shows or TV shows? What else have you done apart from working on Ask the Answer with your psychic work over the years?
I've not been on TV with psychic work. I've been on TV with dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Not psychic work, though.
Not X Factor.
No. I've been on the radio with dance teaching. Not with psychic work, though. I've only been in the papers with my psychic work.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of face-to-face when I first started, doing parties and kind of shows, things like that. But then I started to get more kind of, I think it's because of the way I was, and I was getting more like a hermit. I started to do more behind-the-scenes things, like on the phone or an email or messenger. Yeah. But when I was a lot younger, in my 20s, perhaps 30s, I used to do a lot more upfront stuff, like on psychic stalls, and people used to come to the store and have a reading. I used to do a lot more of that work.
Yeah, lovely. So you must have quite a big following then. You've done it for such a long time. You must have lots of regular callers that come through to you that you've built up a rapport with.
Yeah, there was people that remember. I did have a break for 2 years. I'm returning at the moment. That's the answer. So it's nice of them to have me back. And a lot of people remember me and put me pin in a couple of years ago. So that's really good to be remembered.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So,
and how does it make you feel when people do come back? Because someone coming back is testimonial, the fact that you're connecting with them, they're liking what you're saying, or things are coming to fruition. So that must be good for you to hear. No.
Yeah, it does give you a confidence boost, and that you're kind of like connected with someone, and almost like, I'm fulfilling your purpose here. This is kind of what I feel like I'm meant to be doing.
Yeah.
And it's great when you can connect to the other person and you can help them.
Amazing. Well, Kassandra, how often are you on the phone line? So if people want to come through and speak to you, they like what they hear and they're thinking, yes, I need to speak to this lady, whether it's about blocks or obstacles or healing, so much that we've covered today on the show. How often are you on the phones?
I'm on the phones. I do about 20 hours a week.
Okay.
So I'm on
you have set days as and
when? I work over about 6 days a week on the phone. So a lot of the time, I'm around in the mornings, 9 to 11 o'clock, and then a midday. I do a midday till 2 sometimes as well.
Perfect.
And then I do an evening. So I like to do different alternate times as well.
Yeah, catch different people at different times. I'm just looking at your PIN number on the website. So it's 600948. That's your PIN number if you want to come through and have a reading with you. Yeah. Amazing. Kassandra, it's been so lovely to catch up with you today and find out about all the ways that you work and all about your experiences. And it's nice to put a face to the name and the profile on our website. It sounds like you're doing an amazing job. Keep it up. Hope it all works out with your transition, with all the spiritual realms and all the connections you're getting moving forward. And we just hope you keep enjoying what you're doing. And we look forward to speaking to you again in the future.
Yeah, thank you very much, Adele. Thank you for asking me on the podcast.
Take care, Kassandra. Thank you very much.
Love, light, and all things bright.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.